Alright, welcome everyone to the next pizza race. Unfortunately, right now we do not have commentators. Looked like Greeny was supposed to do commentary for this race, but did not so far. So right now I'm gonna do this pretty decent race, 12 Kelvin versus Kelvin Destroyer. Both like 5 minutes apart from each other. We're already late, so I'm not gonna give of an introduction right now. Or I guess I won't get too much into it. But if both runners are ready, I will give the countdown in the chat at the runner's request. Again, if both runners are ready, I will do the count. Right. So I guess, right. I will start the countdown in 3, 2, 1. Go. Alright, GLGL to both runners. I can't wait to see what happens in this race. 12 Kelvin versus Kelvin Destroyer. Here we go.
Poisonous to anybody
that we know of.
New and improved Buzz Cola is made from only the finest sugars and waters. Plus, it has a special ingredient, too hot for the FDA. It'll give you the get up and go you need to do all the pathetic stuff you have to do. Try new improved Buzz Cola.
Cola. Must get Buzz Cola. Sweet!
This is the worst town.
Hey, Apu.
Congratulations, Homer. Mission complete. Go back home and talk.
Oh, it's screwed. I guess I can sub in for comms a bit here. It looks like Kelvin got a pretty decent, cool caper, and so did, Caleb.
Let's do this thing.
A bit of a decent one, not nearly as good. Kelvin's actually got like a 117 or something like that. It wasn't quite back there. Yeah, both are on the SMRT. I'm really interested to see how this race goes, mostly because, last race, Caleb, or Kelvin Destroyer, in this case, did, get EQ because he, did quite a few shenanigans that most people in the chat weren't the most fond of. I guess I'll just say, I'll get the prediction.
Thanks for
I'm so talented and good looking.
Someone else. That because also my noise gate. Alright, thank you. Whoever did the prediction. Yeah, I wasn't quite able to see their exit times out of SMRT. Try and make in a bit closer.
Piece of cake. Okay.
But yeah, both are on a petty theft. Talk about here.
What's next?
Items as fast as
Planet
possible.
cooler. I gave
And
it
so
to
far, that is true. This is the match on. I mean, Caleb literally named himself
almost done.
Kelvin
Now I
Destroyer.
need Flanders, stupid
I mean,
Peter, stupid
this is a
Peter.
rematch
Whoa,
of a previous match in a previous tournament. I believe it was the 2020. I believe it was either the
Why did I
20.
leave Rod's stupid inhaler? On top of the dump
Caleb,
truck.
or Kelvin Destroyer in this case, it did Kelvin, so in that case he was the Kelvin. So far, you know, I mean, this is the best I personally have seen Caleb play this entire tournament. I'll have to see how the rest goes.
I am excelente.
It doesn't quite look like we're seeing any miss and skips yet, which is always a good sign. Also, looks like the volume mixing could be a bit better, just on my end. Yeah, both are gonna be onto Office Space. Hopefully my mic doesn't sound too loud. I tried to. It's like right next to my face, but I turned down my gain.
I'm not a very good driver.
Hey, watch where you're going. Hey, Homer.
So pretty nice. Pretty nice. Lenny push from Kelvin. Kelvin Destroyer also gets a really good one, able to get the ESS. Okay. Hopefully that's a bit better for the gameplay. So yeah, both are gonna be going for Plow King. Exciting.
Mistakes were made.
I'm pretty sure Kelvin is gonna go for the new strat, but I feel like he's not gonna go the first way it was found. Instead, he's gonna do the safer strat, where you go for the phone booth strat, hybrid kind of thing. It looks like he is going for the traditional one, but he's gonna back into the tree. I think he's just gonna do this, actually. I think that's the right call in this situation. So Kelvin does get a 526, 525 actually. My bad. Well, Kelvin Destroyer does get a pretty decent one still, not nearly as good as Kelvin's. But still a 539, you know. Gets like a pretty good strat. Most of the time loss came from the first few missions because I believe Kelvin Destroyer, I mean, didn't quite get the didn't quite get a very good cool caper and SMRT, but Kelvin is going for the backward strat. And Kelvin Destroyer going the traditional way. So Kelvin is going to be a bit faster here. But both did get ESS before this mission. The thing is that Kelvin got a better strat, so able to get it by the tree.
Cartoon creator incarcerated in a Peruvian jail. In other news, local citizens are outraged over the discovery of surveillance cameras throughout the town. We go now to City Hall, where Mayor Quimby is fielding questions from an angry mob.
These miniature cameras are an outrage. Spying on our women's dressing rooms,
Also, it's
bathrooms, and locker rooms is
very interesting. Kelvin Destroyer outlaying in chat that
In other unexplained news,
is not having the best
have been appearing all
time
over
really with the controller that he's using.
Marge,
We do not like to see that. We've seen
Oh, homie.
quite a few
So
controller mishaps here on Speed
stressed when your
Simpsons,
parents-
and a lot of them actually goes through some actually
It's crashing
came from
time.
Kelvin Destroyer. So Kelvin is getting the
I didn't do
phone
it.
booth there. Getting those two coins. Those two coins are indeed very important. Kelvin Destroyer seems like he's having some kind of controller issues, but able to not have the hardest time. Doesn't quite push him, or I guess keep him back as much as it did last race. You love to see it. I sure can. Just give me a second.
Watch it, I almost spilled my
Wait, no.
Sunday.
maybe if I'll just put my name there, I guess. So far, Greenie's a no-show. So I'm going to fill in for the time being. This is one of the main events of the tournament, you know. I mean, Kelvin versus Kelvin Destroyer. This needs comms, so.
Sleeping.
Either way, looks like Kelvin does get a pretty good exit time, having a pretty decent overall homer one here. This is going to be an 8:54 out of the mission, warping into Bone Storm, I mean.
Sweet. Way to drive, dumbass.
Kelvin Destroyer having quite... I would say that Kelvin Destroyer is like 20 seconds behind right now. Unfortunate for him, but... You know, I mean, once you consider how bad his early Homer 1 was and the controller issues, you know, respectable, I would say. Also, Kelvin gets a really, really good Bone Storm. You love to see that. Let's see if Kelvin Destroyer is able to continue that. Continue the... So, Kelvin is going to be going into the mission marker at about... What is that? Or I guess is going to be finishing the mission at about 9:55, 9:56.
Hey, Homer.
Pretty good time for him. I imagine he wouldn't be too mad with that. This is definitely sub 11 pace, I would say. And 10 correct pace. Likely 10. And Kelvin Destroyer getting a 10:20. So that's like this is like a 20-30 second race. Really, really big gap, honestly, is going into the race, but you know, the early game. But Kelvin is, I mean, both runners are pretty decent early game, but Kelvin is, I mean, he's second place. So, I mean, he's automatically going to have that kind of advantage. Kelvin gets about to talk to Mr. Burns.
An older boy told me to do it.
10:47. It's a pretty good, I imagine, I mean, it's not the best one that Kelvin has gotten this tournament. His best was at 10:40, I believe,
No problemo.
which was pretty dang solid. Probably one, and I believe in that run he was actually on PB. So, Kelvin Destroyer gets a,
You Bart, just like I got Charlie and
about to
Dave.
get about a 11:13.
Right not.
Afraid so.
That's,
Stand your lightning fast wit.
that'd be like about a 10:50. Not like that. More like 20-second difference. Still.
Whoa, wicked.
So,
This is too cool for school.
of course, this one mission, nothing really.
Smells
Also,
like
Kelvin,
a skater.
I was a bit afraid that he wouldn't get that escape, but he does get it in the end, so.
Too late. Eat my dust eaters. How am I gonna get? You got it.
Actually, I'm wondering,
Time to rock.
what if?
Children weren't meant to get.
Nah, I
this
don't want
much
to take it out of screamer
exercise.
mode. Either way, Kelvin Destroyer about to get a... I wasn't quite able to see what Kelvin's was, but this was like a 12:05, so I mean, both had pretty strong early games, I would say.
Safe and sound. $1.
So, like I said, Kelvin, you know, just incredible player when it comes to early game, just like the entire run, really. I mean, he is second place for a reason.
Mine, all mine. Just give me a sec to catch my breath. Whoa.
So, yeah, still like a 20-30 second race. Kelvin Destroyer does not get the flaming wheel gag. So, yeah, both are going into, well, Kelvin Destroyer is about to talk to Snake, while Kelvin is about to talk to Ralph. Also, Kelvin does have better loads by a bit. like a 2-second diff, but I think that maybe Kelvin started a bit earlier also. So there's that also. So Kelvin onto the escape. That looks really clean. Quite clean indeed. That's like a 1329.
Hey, Bart Simpson at your service.
I imagine he's still pretty happy with how this early game has gone so far.
Don't forget to
Hopefully Kelvin does get the wasp. He does have the wasp program. He does get a wasp. It looks like he actually slowed down a bit there in order to get it, which is pretty 5-out, I would say. So Kelvin was like 1329 on the mission, while 1355. So that is about a 26-second difference, or something. 20. I can't do math this quickly, but it's still like a. There's still like sellouts. There's still so many different places where this race could really get even closer than it is right now. So Kelvin getting trolled quite hard by this traffic. Went into the sedan for a second. You hate to see it, but still able to get the sports car. That's a teal sports car, I would say. That's a pretty good color. So Kelvin about to do the manip here, just like posted by the tree. Kelvin Destroyer gets all of hospital. You'll have to see it, including the wasp. No, no, this is even... No, what are you doing? What are you doing? No, no, not already. Come on, man. Come on, dude. Why are you doing this to us? You were doing so well. Brother. Well, either way, back to the actual race at hand. It seems that Kelvin Destroyer is actually not completely doing Caleb moment there. He does get a really nice dirt jump, however. You love to see it. So what Caleb did there was, I'm gonna call him both Kelvin Destroyer and Caleb throughout this entire race, so please bear with me on that, but he was getting trolled hard by traffic and was presented with a taxi, but instead he decided to stand still, then rotate his camera for about like 5 seconds. So yeah, that was definitely a Caleb moment. I was a bit afraid that it would
Hey, you were supposed to be my dog.
just come on, Caleb. Give us a race for once, man.
Yeah, I totally rule.
I mean, Kelvin, you know, is still very much in the lead, but, you know, I mean, this is definitely not over. We still have so much left to go, and Kelvin Destroyer has been able to keep up with them. Not the worst, actually. Like, there's only like a 20-second race, and Kelvin got a freaking, like a 10:48
Hey there, Mr.
one, so.
No problemo.
I can drive 55.
So either way, Kelvin Destroyer onto the jump here. That's really risky. Hopefully. Why did you do that? Bruh. Are you kidding me, dude? Are you kidding me?
Oh, I could have made a good septic system out of that.
I don't remember these being here before. Woo, nice one.
Oh my god. Well, these are...
Bingo! Whoa, wicked.
Alright, well, this is Kelvin's race now. Just like that. Jesus Christ, dude. I mean, I hate to sound biased, but bruh. Like, that's just ridiculous, man. I am... Bear with me. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Gimme, gimme, gimme.
It's probably a world record.
Delicious goods to the buyer. I sure hope they like steak dogs, 'cause I do. Please stop what you are doing. No one can sell rotten meat in this town but me.
All right, so I guess we're watching Kelvin's run now. This is actually pretty fine pace. Minus 2.6 on his part 1.
You expect
I did forget about that match actually, but now that that's brought up in chat, I do remember that.
Easy peasy.
So either way,
Awesome. Hi, Doc.
I've got it, Kane. Don't feel like you have to join in if you don't want to.
I need your truck.
So yeah. This cropping.
You got it.
Oh my gosh, there's... Alright, there we go. So on to monkeys. I was really hoping I'm utterly disappointed, man. I don't know what else to say. I'm disappointed. But it's Caleb, so.
Whoa, wicked.
Like he was 20 seconds behind, man. He was 20 seconds behind.
Eat asphalt,
He
asphalt.
could have actually not just oh my god. He could have just not crashed into the freaking highway there, the wall there, and not blown up his car. Could have. Oh my god, now he's playing League. Oh my god. Well, anyway, I guess this is just Kelvin's run now.
Whoa, that was the coolest.
I do love the Plink background on Kelvin's splits.
Wouldn't be too much trouble.
I believe it was Plink. That's the emote name. I could be wrong.
welcome.
How about a little time?
But either way,
Yeah, I totally rule. Here's your
on to sellouts. Hopefully, I mean, this is still minus 3.4. I imagine Kelvin for a race is still pretty happy with it.
do that more often.
I imagine, he isn't, you know, he does have Twitch chat open. I imagine he's not completely clueless right now of the situation right now, but, you know, he props to him for, you know, chugging along. Not, destroying his car, like Caleb just did.
Time to lay some rubber down.
That was a really, really nice second car. Now on to third car. Let's see this initial hit. That's a really powerful initial hit. Wow. Yeah, that's gonna this is wow. He's gonna destroy him here and get this event. He's gonna have over 800, like at least 850 coins, I believe, leaving this level. Not quite getting the escape, not the escape, the destruction there, but still at 639. That's really, really solid for Kelvin.
Alright.
Yeah, there was no
Whoa, guys.
Caleb. Just I can't say anything more about what happened.
Alright. Nice driving, man.
Well done.
Perfection. Thy name is Bart.
So
Lift.
Kelvin on a cutscene skip. 2 pause gets it. Very, very nice for Kelvin. Oh god. So hopefully, let's see if Kelvin does get the does not do the left turn. Unfortunate. Yeah, this is I do agree. This is a pretty sick Kelvin stream.
Really
hopefully, hopefully it stays that way. I guess.
I spilled my squishy.
Now, can you tell me if you see my pointy-headed nuisance?
Silence. I must get this comic into a Mylar bag before it deteriorates into near mint condition.
I'm trying my best, man. This stream is basically a 1 minute.
Mea culpa. Just
I mean, 2-man show.
I wouldn't get your
It's
hopes up,
Kelvin.
man.
It's the runner. Yeah,
Now to get
Oh yeah, I got my mojo working.
oh,
now.
Kelvin's mic is on, really?
Maybe a soy pop would perk me up. Can you please pick me up? Milk?
Okay, dude.
Let's just
Alright,
do
we
this
get
thing.
the runner commentating his own run. Expressing how he's feeling throughout the you don't
You
quite
have
hear
a
that
taste for speed.
too often.
Mill hop?
But as someone who is solo calming, I take it.
Oh,
So I can't hear him on my end though.
I can touch the sky. Oh,
Unfortunately.
cute. There goes my college money. All for Lisa. Oh,
Let's
dear.
go. Kelvin did read Doc's message.
I won't question the value of this activity. Thank goodness for seatbelts.
The hit and run strat. Hopefully the police car does get
Time for more
beats, but that's a really bad spawn. Able to evade it. Oh no, into the anchor.
I hope these are
Alright.
recyclable.
Gets away. For now. Yeah, that was a very bad spawn. That's like not what you want when you get hit and run
Speed.
on this mission.
Incoming back.
It's also the first time I've seen someone do that and get a really bad spawn there. So,
Great. More liberal guilt. Not too fast, not too slow. Just right. Lightly. Yay! I won!
Millhouse is just dying.
Whoa, this
We here on Speed Simpsons do love to see it.
4 times while I am driving around today.
Lisa Simpson at your service.
Seen such a four-wheel disgrace.
So that was a really nice bonfire from Kelvin. Gets the strat.
Pick up, city folks.
Sweet forward momentum.
300 horses of convenient power. This is not.
Oh, my bad.
Cool. But Bart's still missing, and I'm no closer to finding him.
Perhaps you should
So-
consult Professor Brink at the observatory. He seems to know everything, except why I ever came to this jerk Waterberg.
Here we are.
I think I know you're talking about actually the episode. It's been a while since I've seen like.
Easy as pie. The number, that is.
Oh, my bad. It's been a while since I've really seen the like the show very regularly. So yeah, honestly, I'm for that.
Phew. I should have paid more attention in the gym.
Basically yes. Unless I mean, Kelvin is now playing League, and there's no way in hell that we will allow him to just come back after that. So yeah, 3-0.
Hello, Spring. The time
And
is now.
he nearly got sub 120 in the tournament. So I mean, I would say that like Kelvin's performance has been, he performed pretty well throughout this throughout his group stage matches, but of course this is not the end. All right, well even then, in his well, this is Speed Simpsons. I am not here to restream his League gameplay, and I will not be giving out exemptions for him just because he plays League well. So that's a really, really nice second car. You love to see it. True. I've heard different things about League, honestly.
What's going on? I hope kids at
Yeah, that's a 2837. Right now he is like +6 on PB. Not the worst, I would say. I imagine he would still be fairly happy with his run for a race.
Counterfeit designer jeans. The foulest of all
So honestly, this mission can really suck, and in many ways is the decider at such a high level, you know. Kelvin is pretty consistent at the strat. 3-7 home booth. But really this is the decider for Lisa, and also Snake being Snake once again and deciding to crash into the stairs. Hate to see it. See this nip. He was able to push him to the left, but Snake is not having it today. Even with all of that, it was almost near the observatory. So I will say, sick game. This is a very much a sick game moment. I imagine Kelvin is in no way happy with that, especially when his PB got a 121. So.
I hope these are recyclable.
It's Wiggum time.
Oops.
I wasn't quite able to see the
Easy as pie.
sleuthing footage. My closed gate is way too hard.
Lisa Simpson at your service.
If you don't get a console,
So, on to fishy
I'm
deals.
not interested.
One fish delivered to a happy home. Have a good life.
These coins are 479. Like, he should theoretically be okay with these coins, but like, oh yeah, he also has boat jump. There's that, right? So I mean, but he does he definitely does need boat jump at this rate with these coins, which he will go for anyway. Unfortunately, I was too late on the mute there. Fortunate. But, yeah, Kelvin is now about +23. Well, I mean, if Kelvin does have the chat open, chances are he's already aware.
I'm muting my mic,
So,
man.
we'll have to see.
Savor your freedom, my cold-blooded friends.
So, this is a pretty standard fishy deals. I mean, it's literally just a race the timer mission. I mean, and of course, like, how you feel about those kinds of missions, you know, up to you. So onto this, I think that's pretty good. Where you want it. Very clean from Kelvin, first try.
Sister out to air. Oh, go. I'm on a mission.
On the boat jump. Very, very clean. Very clean. If only Kelvin, I mean, Caleb, no, he did, do the tutorial for boat jump. If he had actually continued racing, it would have been good, but he did not, so what can you do? This is a Kelvin restream now. As in only Kelvin's race. Because, Caleb decided to play League. Unfortunate, we were hoping to see a race. I mean, literally named himself Kelvin Destroyer. I could have put AtomicCaleb, but instead I put Kelvin Destroyer because he put down on the sign-ups that was his preferred name. So, all of that just to DNF in Barton Frank. Also, I don't think Kelvin got any coin. Isn't it? We're going to go for the new route. The zone route, we're including the, also that's a really nice, strat. Able to get on his side, which means it's, like, really optimal. Because that doesn't mean he has to get out of his car in order to get those extra drops. But, yeah. Kelvin... Well, let's see how, 4-2 goes. Can't wait to see the 4-2 on foot. The Trailer Park Wasp on foot, I should say. 4-2 on foot, I believe it's impossible because you would fail the mission. Like, instantly. As would any other follow mission. So getting us on foot, turning the camera a bit in order to make it easier on himself. This is always a bit risky, but it looks like he's gonna be fine. You would also have to, I mean, it depends. I wouldn't be surprised if someone got it with save states. Honestly. But, like, you still have to get the drops. You also have to, block Cletus in. Or wait until he crashes on something. It's your own, I guess. So 4-2, 4-2, 4-2, 4-2. This is a mission. Simpsons hit run. This is specifically, because we, just like, this is in the 4th level, March. The 2nd mission in level 4. Why we call it 4-2. But the actual name of it is Redneck Roundup. So getting the micro grind here. Pretty decent drop, and also the forward focus, you'll love to see it.
I should pay more attention. Sorry about that.
Yeah, this has been a run from Kelvin. Gonna be like plus 27.
I don't have any packets.
Good. Give me a moment. Alright, there we go. So now on to 4-3. Mission is mostly just about conserving your speed. Not much else really. I mean, there's a wheel at the end. We'll have to see how Kelvin does do on that part, because even with the new strat, you know, we've seen it go disastrously long. I was going to say disastrously long, but disastrously wrong. We saw in the one of the first, I believe it was the 2nd match of the tournament, one of the runners did fail the mission going for that. It was a moment to say the least, so hopefully that does not repeat for Kelvin. Also, very clean so far. I imagine Kelvin wouldn't really have much pretty standard stuff. But 180, you know, is thing about 180 is the it's really boost dependent. It looks like Kelvin is not even going to go for the thing, and back, just goes into it, YOLOs it, and gets it. So that's pretty fast still.
It's easy as hunting corn.
Uh,
Where do I go?
now continuing on.
I just polished that. Oh, I hope I don't have
Crashing into the
I wish I had some really big tires like I
the
saw on a
knockoff
TV.
Canyon Arrow. You hate to see. Also, getting hit and run here. You never like to see that, but worst comes to worst, he does have the trailer park reset, and he's gonna be fine. He's just gonna run away from it. That was really close. He nearly got fake busted there,
I swear I used to be a better runner.
which doesn't necessarily lose any time, but it's annoying. Talking to Mole Man.
My best.
Let's see if he gets the Mole Man run over. No, he does have godlike instincts, so we
No chance, buddy.
dive away from it.
Hey, I'm just a little girl.
I hope there's not much more.
So, continuing on with this mission. That was one of the shortest missions in the speedrun, probably the second shortest because of FMJ. So I think we just saw a cursor on screen. Love to see it. So on to Wolves. This mission, not a great start. You know,
I hope Bart gets played
having or getting blocked by the armor truck.
Send the bill to Homer.
Need to conserve your speed just like you need in 4.3, but Malibu is a much better car than Clea's truck, fun fact. So,
Keep hitting everything.
either way.
Come back here.
Yeah, just very long follow and collect section.
Don't think I won't sue. Not the car. Sorry.
We have, unfortunately, so far this tournament, seen 2 cycles.
Right.
Hopefully, Cullen's able to get in a way so that he. This is a plus 24. Yeah, I like pizza. I eat pizza
Wonder if I'll get
very
picked to
regularly.
this.
One of my
Look away.
that kind of reminds me of the car shitpost, where I believe it was Kato post pineapple and Kelvin had a reaction to it, at least. He is not a pineapple and pizza enjoyer. That is a late 9th drop. Fuck off. Fuck off. Oh my god. That's a 2 cycle.
Time to move.
Bruh.
Are you blind?
Yeah, I honestly didn't like how he waited for it, but well, that's the third. That's the third. Very unfortunate. That's number 4. Well, that's even worse. Worse.
Come on.
Yeah, this is a
I hope Bart
decent enough run for Kelvin. You hate to see this happen to him.
Ah, nuts.
We on Speed Simpsons, not happening. Also, my frames are dropping like crazy right now. So far, they seem to have stabilized. I do not like dropping frames at all. Alright, let's see. Let's go. Getting the red blazer.
All for Marge.
Showing all the people in the red blazer group who did not get that, how it's done. It's interesting that Kelvin decided to stay back there. I do not believe another 2 cycle is possible. That's a really early. I mean, that's. You can't even say that's an early 10th drop. There was just a freaking. There's just a 2 cycle, so. Yeah, really unfortunate. It looked like it was going to be a decent run for Kelvin, and then that shit happened, so.
Smooth like zero friction.
Exactly, TF.
Bad driver.
I'm gonna have to do so much babysitting to pay for that. Walking is
A lot. I don't know.
now that was efficient.
Just like a minute. Minute and a half. Minute and a half, maybe. Kelvin has already given his reaction in chat.
Maybe these will jog your memory.
That's a pretty accurate description. I mean, it's not 20 minutes No, it is 20 minutes. We're going to be seeing Kelvin barely get sub 140 today. You hate to see it.
When one of them, a raccoon as I recall, hits me with a banjo. Now, I never reasoned with a raccoon, let alone a Nazi one, so I...
Grandpa, what does this have to do with the crop circle?
Not a thing. Where was I? Right. Now, the first time I rode in a water car...
Yeah, I figured that Kelvin could see chat. But Kelvin, I do appreciate the extra columns.
Well, as I recall,
Honestly.
it was sort of a cosmic kind of thing. Shaped kind of like a planet with an old-fashioned...
It's very enforced, I was actually it seemed like maybe Kelvin, I mean, yeah, Kelvin Destroyer was taking this race somewhat seriously. But nope. Not at all. To my dismay and the dismay of other people, because this was actually a highly anticipated race ever since the group was drawn. I honestly wouldn't know the answer to that question. I don't think he did. I honestly don't think he did.
What, do you?
Oh, I do have the scheduling sheet up.
Safe and sound.
I think he may have finished his race against Neon. No, I think he DNF'd that as well.
Just let me catch my breath.
I could be wrong though. I have it up.
I need a Long Island iced tea. Slow and steady wins the race.
Oh yeah, he did DNF. Okay,
Having 3 kids
I figured he did.
slows you down. Yes!
So yeah, man.
I swear I used to be a better runner. Yippee!
I was willing to do comms for this race, so I thought this was going to actually be a race, but Caleb just completely shattering. I mean, there were pretty low expectations, but I believed for a second that he was actually going to take one goddamn race seriously.
More step aerobics classes. Just let me catch my breath. I'll bet
But
who knows who's selling the cola?
we move, I guess.
A poo. Everyone better. Marge Simpson.
God damn.
At your service.
Either way,
Oh my goodness.
going into a pool doesn't quite get it. Getting this event. Also, this first truck is being TF Cole.
The repo guys.
Wow, that is sick traffic RNG for Kelvin.
We're very good at
A complete disaster of a race. This is a race in quotation marks has been so, because this is, I'm just streaming Kelvin's stream, really. Like, this is more so like Kelvin's run with a special guest appearance from Caleb at this point. At the very least, I was able to commentate when this did seem like an actual race, but Lee came calling, so Caleb, being the person he is, had to answer. That was a very nice second truck.
Narrow. No time for caution. Oh my. My bad.
Yeah, I'm honestly happy that I'm honestly, I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of having a solo comm, but like, by oversleeping, Greenie wasn't missing much, honestly.
My tushy.
I feel like once he knows the outcome, he's probably happy that he overslept.
No nuts.
I honestly don't give a shit about being professional at this point, bro. Yeah, that was a third truck from Kelvin.
Well, that scores.
So
Now to the home
sub so
You took my
49, what was it?
It gives me the courage to take off
49.36. That is a March. That's still like plus 2 minutes on his PB. I mean, this is definitely like, for a no reset, this hasn't gotten too bad. But like, considering in Bart 1 he was on pretty decent pace. I imagine, and I mean after that 2 cycle also, like I imagine he's in no way happy with it. So, unlike some people, he's decided to keep going. Well, going for early American. Hopefully he does end up buying the costume. He does buy the costume. So that's our prediction. Kelvin is indeed the winner.
This is just between me and you, random object. Ooh, the fresh air is somewhat. I feel like a Brahmin. Ooh, I'd better hurry.
Yeah, I feel bad for anybody who voted for
Got to hurry up or my arranged bride will
or I guess
capsize.
put any kind of donuts on Kelvin Destroyer because he clearly did not give a shit. And he was basically just playing up people's hopes that this would be a good race, just to literally drive into a wall in 2-4. That's basically what he thinks about this entire tournament. That's like that's like the perfect moment, honestly. Just like destroying his car, immediately going online, and then going on league.
Thinking, sir.
Yeah.
I am a lean, mean Vindaloo machine.
So 5-1. One of the best things I think about this tournament so far is that there is a like I mean of course Kelvin, you know,
Legitimate businessman social club. Looks
Kelvin
like
I imagine would have, like, without like the penalties or not, he
the smell of fresh air is
was going to finish this race, and I do commend him for that. Much more, I won't even go there at this point. I can't even find a perfect opportunity for that at this point.
Smile such behavior.
Old man had it in him.
300 horses of convenient power. You're
Alright, I'll be back. This may or may not be the last time you hear my voice this entire stream. So yeah.
I am the greatest driver in all the land. Mr. Homer.
I'm afraid.
This is not good for my insurance. I must finish quickly or vomit. Could I possibly get a ride? Hopefully my store will not be robbed more than 4 times while I am driving around today. Oh, no! Oh, dear. Quickly! I have brought glory to the name of the Asapima Petalon. Hello, famous? Oh, I had better hurry. Last time I left this store, hoodlums put pornography in the bridal magazines. Oh, no!
Alright. I am actually back.
Crickets! Hope I am still the life
Yeah, this about to go for the
I will pay you $1 million in the next life, I promise.
not the Apu, but the Wiggum push. We are playing as Apu. Apu is not driving the police car. Let's see how this goes.
Real disgrace.
Shut on my gun.
Perhaps
This
I
will
should
not
avoid
work.
doing that in the
Or
future.
will it? It works. Bruh.
Ha! Clean up in aisle 1. Oh, I smashed my skull. Smiles on such behavior. Thank you all for coming.
I
I'll see you
I guess
again.
there isn't
Thank you for not
really much to
failure.
talk.
I must admit, the smell of fresh air
I
is
do
much
like
more
that
pleasing than the
plug-in
odor of
thing.
the hot dog machine. This is just
That add-on,
between
I
me
guess.
and you. Random
That Kelvin has on the
object.
bottom of
I
his
should be
split.
friends and doing that in the
Cranks
future.
how good his pace is.
What are you trying to prove with this crazy driving? Oh, I smashed my
Bit interesting that 73rd out of 77, and he only has 77.
skull. Oh, no!
Oh, this is. I think that's really, actually. So there have been quite a few really cool live split things. I guess live split plugins used by runners of this game. I unfortunately have not used any of them. I was thinking about actually using PB Champs for that. That is very flawed, and is basically just a number to. Your run is dead.
My cardio is shot.
And you are bored. Or maybe you're on a really good run. I want to see how broken it is, I don't know. But either way, unfortunately, Kelvin does have to get on a rail, and I think he Got a pretty good follow. Nothing really.
My giant gut is slowing me down.
Nothing really. Nothing really went wrong.
Loving 8 children really hurt my stamina.
So 339 coins. Once he gets this wasp, he's gonna be fine. Or maybe he skips the wasp.
Here. I am surprisingly acrobatic.
I think he skips this one.
Just give me a
That's
minute
fair enough.
to catch my breath.
I imagine it's not the highest CPS.
Vindaloo machine.
It is a bit unfortunate that sometimes my mic does peek in and out, but it happens, I guess. It's just a part of this noise gate I have going on, but you move. So either way, that seemed like a pretty decent. Never trust the snake, like really good. Honestly, after all the stuff that has happened, Plink is my honest reaction to this race. It's not even a race, I'm just streaming Kelvin's run. And, like, adding commentary and quotation mark.
Hey, my friend had... Empty. I am the victim of chicanery most...
Plink is a good emote, I think.
Sir, this phone- Hopefully my
There are a lot of emotes, I think.
4 times while I
We
am
need to add to
around
speed.
today.
Speed Simpsons. I have not seen the blunder emote. I hope that it is a nice, family-friendly emote.
Nice try, foolish driver.
This town is going to pay for this.
Oh, okay.
This is not
All right,
good
I
for my
see.
insurance.
Sweet acceleration.
Nice armored truck. I'm going to respond to DMs.
No. Hey, that's totally not supposed to happen.
This is just between me and you, random
All right.
object.
So this is a pretty solid armored truck.
Clean up in
Kelvin.
aisle 1. What possible service could
It
this be to the
seems like.
community?
Shut up and take us back to the hideout.
Yeah.
Charity place. Like
470
out of my
coin.
way, walking
He's
deer.
gonna. See, he should be fine.
Such behavior.
So he's gonna have like 530 coin.
Hey, that's
530
totally
coin.
not supposed to happen.
Guessing he's gonna use the wasp program in order to get the
Pay for this.
wasp for
Car belongs in the bargain bin.
gazebo.
If you do not...
And his coins will be fine. Plus the crusty glass. Yeah, they're good coins.
Better hurry. Last time I left this store, hoodlums put pornography in the bridal magazines. Come to Papa, random object. Ha! Clean up in aisle 1.
That was totally awesome. You're all mine.
Excuse me.
I get my Wookiee. What the?
Never have I seen such a four-wheel disgrace.
So going on to Bass Curator. Does get it. Love to see it. Love to see that he does get it.
Give it up for America's bad boy.
Thank you.
Let's go. Gets the cutscene skip. It's a run. That's plus 2 minutes, but it's still technically a run.
No problemo. Oh, my ovaries.
Far out.
Woo, nice one.
Bogus.
Off for Bart.
All right.
Lost my bug.
This is 6-1.
Whoa. Spilled my pudding.
I think he doesn't need the
Oops.
Squidport box. Yeah, he's good on coins after that vend.
Are you even watching the road?
If he did get it.
I wouldn't want to be that guy. Bummer.
But yeah, on that topic though, I could honestly provide a laundry list. Plus that would be cool to add. I got a notification. Oh, let's go. Someone went live.
Crowd goes wild. Coming at ya. Hey,
Let's go the Kearney pick to Barney.
Barney. You got it.
That was an interesting camera thing I just saw. They're also going for the 6-2 thing here and gets it
Beat my dust,
very
dust
cleanly.
eaters.
Very cleanly and indubitably. So indubitably.
Mine. All
Um,
mine.
So just following the big truck. Big itchy scratchy truck. I love the Vote Quimby truck because you hear Vote Quimby come from it. And like when you're like driving around like not on a mission, you just hear Vote Quimby, it's so funny.
I don't remember these being here before. My butt hurts.
So either way, moving on here.
All these stupid things make me feel
Does
so
get
good.
bored. You love to see it. You love to see that happen on Speed Simpsons. Getting cards.
Bart Simpson at your
I have to. I think.
Oh, this is too
I
cool
think
for
I missed the
school.
part where Kelvin, where I saw whether Kelvin got Mr. Plow jacket or not.
Lisa
I
did.
imagine it's
Eat
that
my dust, dust eaters.
going for Red Blazer, you know. Probably did get it, which is a good thing.
I don't remember these being here before.
He did not. Okay. Alright, well, anyway.
It's time for some road rage, Bart Simpson style. Whoa, wicked!
This is 6-3.
That was totally awesome. Damn automatic transmission. There. Take that! Ow, my skull! My beautiful skull!
But yeah, it would have been really interesting to see where this race could have been after that 2 cycle happened. I mean, I imagine with the pace that Kelvin was on, Kelvin Destroyer, assuming he didn't find another place in order to find an excuse in order to DNF the race and play League, he probably would have still, like, been in it, you know, but, you know, League just kept calling. And unfortunately, we here at Speed Simpsons have no control over that. So, we're just stuck in the situation where we've been streaming this one dude's run for, what is it? The past 40 minutes. Lovely stuff. Honestly, DNFing a star race to play CSGO is epic. Doing it for League though, bruh.
If I show this laser gun to Krusty, he'll have to believe me. Hello, drivers. Got a little principal skill. You got it.
I think that is a very valid opinion to have. Okay, I remember me and Tone Dog were watching in the VC, like, there was this older donkey video of, like, ads versus games or something where they're comparing, like, that's a 314, that's pretty good. But, like, I believe it was, like, League just looked like absolute, like, but, like, the advertisement was, like, crazy good for it or something like that. I think it was League.
I didn't do it.
But yeah. Yeah, so yeah, it's I imagine it's a great start to everyone's day, you know, because I mean, it is, what is it? Like, it's like 3 a.m. in the UK. So, once again, a great start to our day. I would also like to say that Kelvin Destroyer woke up at like 8, 9 a.m. for this race. His time, because it started for about... Yes. Caleb did DNF in Barton Frink, and ever since then it's just been like this, man. You know, I didn't have to do this, I guess, but like I would have felt bad, you know, because this is going to be a highly anticipated race. I could have just, you know, I could have just left the stream running and not doing commentary, but, you know, I mean, I guess I had too high expectations for Caleb, honestly, and that is my fault. So, because it looked like for a second Caleb was taking the race seriously. Like, he was playing the best I've ever seen him play this entire tournament in Homer 1. But to be fair, I never caught the Neonic race. And I mean, for all intents and purposes, I mean, his race versus Amber was a shit show through and through. No one wanted to watch that race. Oh no, not the cutscene skip. Alright, well, at least there's a bit more entertainment. A bit lore. Courtesy of the Mediterranean sensation Unbed. I hope that dude is okay. It has been a bit since I've talked to him. We do hope that our runners are having the best times of their lives, really.
Who am I kidding? Zombies eating brains? Oh, this is gonna rock!
Marty,
Dad?
it's crashing time!
Yeah. We'll commend Calvin for, you know, pulling through and trying to, this is still gonna probably be like a 121, 122. Probably more like a 122, 123 after he missed that cutscene skip, but, like, I feel like a lot of people in that situation, tasked with, like, continuing a run after their opponent freaking DNF'd so early in the run would have just better DNF'd, but Calvin, you know, he does care about his average, and Calvin, to his credit, is at this point a very, very consistent player. He was always a good player, but this tournament, however, he has just been something else, honestly. I mean, top three seed, like the top 3 seeds, I mean, alright, well, I mean, we did see Homer Steele kind of slipped up a bit, but, like, top 3, I mean, the top 3 people this tournament can get world record. We have never seen that before in a ASM tournament before. So unbelievably stacked, and I feel like Calvin is in a pretty good position, especially with his average.
Nothing lasts forever.
Take a guess. Just take a wild guess. Like, it was, I honestly feel debated. I feel so debated by what Caleb was showing. Fair enough. He DNF'd in 2-4. He Calvin, no. We're gonna see 187.3. But what happened was, he did the jump. He was on 1 hit. He could have easily waited it out. He could have drove to a wrench in order to repair his vehicle. But guess what he did? He drove right into the fucking wall. And DNF'd. And played League.
I'm glad you...
Let's do this thing!
Yeah. 7-3.
Oh, that was right into well...
Let's go, Kelvin. No. His cleanness of that strat does show a bit of a character arc going on. Because I do remember back in the day when Kelvin was a 150 runner. I believe he was a sub 130 runner. I don't think he was like a 127, 125 runner, but I do remember he was complaining about high FPS, and this is on 150, about high FPS 7.3, like, apparently not being, like, I just remember one day he was complaining about how he doesn't believe that it can be skill based in order to do 150 7.3, because to him it just felt like a game thing. But I mean, the fact that Kelvin kept his composure you know, had a pretty, I mean, that was really, really good. I mean, it was probably early 2020 when he was barely. Well, to some people in the community, that is old. Unfortunately, for people like me.
Combined with the tenacity of a level boss. Must never.
I mean, 3 years ago, you know, is definitely a while ago. We're getting to a point where if you came 20 join the tournament, not the tournament, but if you join the community, be considered old. I remember like it was like yesterday, so. Kelvin, okay, dude. Okay, you do you, man. Honestly, he deserves this.
Let's do this thing.
Hold on.
I'm a lean, mean speed thingy.
All right. Yeah, I.
Wow. Let's do this thing.
Honestly, I honestly don't care that Kelvin decided to do a bit of trolling there. He like I said, he deserves that.
Like, no.
I mean, he has played phenomenally this tournament.
Yeah, mindless destruction.
I mean, this run.
Vertical.
I mean, this run is probably. I don't think.
Hasta la vista.
I don't remember what his first race was. But this is if this is his floor, then my God, he is going to be menacing for any other run outside of.
Take that, Springfield.
I am excellent.
Hey, that's totally not supposed
So what
No.
Kelvin did was he ground pounded the waste into the zombie car while it was on the wall. So I thought it was maybe I mean I guess that is the backup. Still. So on to the last mission. It's it reminded me a lot of what Bacon did. 7-7.
We had to say dickety because the Kaiser had stolen our word 20.
That's my response.
Oh, I'm going to heaven. I am evil Homer. I am evil Homer.
At least able to get a pretty clean strat here.
Puff out those dents with a good yellow onion.
Now he's just gotta climb up this wall.
All right, I'll wait the pedals and you steer. Eat my dust. Let's make the scene.
Trying to activate this alien car, activates it.
Sweet. In your face.
So yeah, that is a 123, 17, 18, 19, 20. Nailed it.
Eat nuclear death, you effeminate wriggling spacewads!
Did I win?
Imagine that.
Yes, you did.
Nuclear waste.
Did I win?
Very harmless.
Yeah, man. I had way too high expectations.
I was not expecting Caleb to finish the run, so I wasn't surprised.
He is 3 for 3 on DNFs.
Let's go!
Yeah, new Speed Simpsons world record, honestly. But I was paying attention to your run, and it seemed like it went pretty well. Besides the 2 cycle and a couple things here and there.
Dude, I don't know how that 2 cycled. Like,
Yeah.
it wasn't even the regular 2 cycle. The 9th drop dropped before the 8th drop.
Yeah, it was a bit.
I've never seen a 2 cycle like that before.
Yeah. I was like, oh my gosh, is this gonna 2 cycle? And it did, and I'm just like, come on, man.
Yeah, that was not fun.
Yeah. It loses 20 minutes after all.
About 20 minutes, yeah. Somewhere in that ballpark.
Yep. So yeah, GG on the race. That's like a really good time all in all.
Yeah, I mean, what happened? I missed 7-2. 2 cycle, about 2 cutscene. Else? That's pretty much it, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, 7-7 was bad. I lost like 20 seconds, but it's 7-7. What can you do?
Yeah. That was a bit funny what you did in 7-5 though.
Oh yeah, I love that backup. I haven't been too confident with 7-5, otherwise I would have just done it again, but I wanted to stay on the wall.
Yeah, it reminded me of the stuff that Bacon did.
Dude, that was crazy.
Yeah. It was stupid, but
If it works, it works.
it did. Yeah, exactly. If it works, it works. So was that your worst time this tournament, or did you get a worse time against
No,
yeah.
that was my worst one.
Wow. Yeah, then
My other times were like, I think it was a 122 and then the 120.
yeah, that's pretty good track record coming out of groups. I mean, you usually won your group.
Yeah. I wanted the 121 average, but can't get everything. Still a
Yeah.
pretty good average, I think. So like a 122, probably.
Yeah, that's gonna be really hard for anybody. Like even around like first seed to overcome, especially.
Yeah, I think I should guarantee me first seed in knockouts at least.
Yeah.
So I'm happy with that.
So yeah. I was hoping maybe we would see another person in the poster mats, but like I said, I have way too high expectations for people. So, I guess if Kelvin has said everything he wants to say.
Yeah, I mean, there's not much else to say really.
Yeah. GG's on your average of 122.13. It's a crazy average. I can only
It's pretty
imagine.
close.
Yeah, that is pretty close.
I thought it would have been higher than that. I'll take that.
Yeah.
Actually.
Yeah, yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah, we do apologize for stealing your stream content because that's basically all the stream was.
It's fine. If you give like 20 subs, I'll forgive you.
All right, fair enough. I'll get that. I'll get that done when I can. But
Thanks, man.
yeah, no problem. So I guess next race will be about like 4 hours. Greeny versus Spear. That could be a pretty interesting race. Greeny was actually supposed to calm this race, but it seems that he overslept. But seeing what happened, I imagine he's kind of glad that he did. So,
Yeah, I think I would choose sleep over this.
oh yeah, exactly. I just can't believe that freaking I mean, I can't even say I can't believe, but I mean, freaking Caleb playing League, bruh.
Dude, I was in like 2-5 or something, and someone said in the chat they intentionally blew up his car in 2-4, and I just started giggling to myself.
Yeah, this. I'm just like, okay, dude. You're just wasting my time at that point. But it's whatever. I mean,
Means better to DNF than like drag it on for 2 hours, I guess.
yeah, that's true. That's very true, but
It's still not ideal.
for sure. So yeah, I guess that's it. Yeah, thanks to Kelvin for not DNFing.
No worries.
And
I was never gonna DNF.
yeah, that's good on you, man. A lot of people would have probably just better DNF'd after their opponent DNF'd that early, so
I mean, if I DNF'd, I would have had a worse seed in the knockouts.
that's true, yeah. I do
Can't be
like that.
having that.
Yeah, you can't be having that at all. So yeah, I'd also like to thank everyone for watching the race, in quotation marks.
So thanks for restreaming and coming. I think you were coming.
Yeah, I was.
Yeah.
No problem. So that's I couldn't have missed out on this opportunity. So either way, thanks everyone for watching again, and see ya. GG's.
Thank you.